Michael Lewis with Yeshua's Root Martial Arts on behalf of ExpertVillage. We're going over today how to break boards with your feet. Again, as we talked about, safety is key when you're starting your board breaking. Now, some of the consequences, if you do an improper technique, is anywhere from just getting a bad bruise to possibly a broken foot. Now, it depends on what side you kick on. Keep in mind that the top of the foot, if you're going to throw a front kick and he's going to hold the board downwards, he's supporting it with his wrist. If I'm going to throw a front kick, number one, I want to make sure that I'm not catching the edge of the board with the front kick. So angle is super important when you're working any type of kick, especially when it involves striking with the top of the foot. The top of the foot has some real thin bones in it, some of your metatarsals, and they'll break very, very easily. So again, angle is very important. If you do throw an improper technique and you pull back too soon, there's a possibility instead of breaking the board, you may break your foot. Again, if you hit the edge, you also may break your foot. Now, kicking with the bottom of the foot is a little bit easier because it's stronger, because you walk on it all day, is developed a little bit more callus to it. So when you throw any of your front kicks with the ball of your foot or a side kick with the heel of your foot, the most that you might risk is probably a bruised heel or bruised ball of the foot, which is still very painful. Now, for the board holder, one of the risks of using improper technique is, say for instance, if he was holding the board wrong, the grain was incorrect or the concave was incorrect, that board may not possibly break. So it may also injure the kicker, but also it may injure his wrist while he's holding it, and also may cause some bruising on the heels of his palm. So again, make sure that you're exercising safety and proper technique so you will not have to experience any of the consequences of board breaking with your feet.